Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson 7.1.4 on irregular 2-beat meters. What's that? Well, everything we've talked about so far in terms of rhythm has been in a regular meter, where each macrobeat is divided into the same number of microbeats, either 2, in which case we called it a simple meter, or 3, in which case we called it a compound meter. But now, we're going to have measures where not every macrobeat is divided in the same number of microbeats. So like you could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that would be a meter in 5 because there's a repeating pattern of 2 plus 3, which equals 5. You could reverse that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Or you can put 2s and 3s together in any other combination. You could go like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then the repeating pattern is 2, 2, 3. So that would be a meter in 7. So these are called irregular meters because it's not regular how many microbeats are in each macrobeat. Before you read a rhythm, you have to figure out what that split is. Some composers will actually say something like 2 plus 3 over 8. That's not super common. If they do, great. Happy times. If not, you're going to have to figure it out yourself. In a large ensemble work, you might need to look at the score to figure it out, or ask the conductor. It's also possible that in an ensemble work, different people will be splitting the measure in different ways, which is hard and difficult, and composers should avoid that for works that are intended to be easier, but whatever. The good news is that once you figured out the split, you already know the syllables. Because if it's a group of 3, it's just compound syllables, 1 key da. And if it's a group of 2, it's simple syllables, 2D. So this would be 1 key da, 2D, 1 key da, 2D, 1 key da, 2D. Or if it was a 2 plus 3 split, this would be 1D, 2 key da, 1D, 2 key da. If you're in an ensemble and you need to quickly prepare to write or to read in mixed meter and it keeps changing, trick that my high school band director used was to write staples over groups of 2 and triangles over groups of 3. That gives you a visual reminder, and it's not Takadimi, but you can also go triangle, staple, triangle, staple, triangle, staple, or staple, triangle, staple, triangle, and that will help keep the microbeats steady. So that's something you can play around with, see if it helps out. And the first line is basically what we just saw. The second line, it's still 3 plus 2, but now it's 1, 2D, 1, 2D, 1. You still got to feel that subdivision of the 1, 2D, 1, 2D. So that's what's going on here. Lines 3 and 4 are both 3 plus 2, and then line 5 goes the other way. It goes 1D, 2 key da, 1D, 2 key da. And looking at the other ones down there, you have 1, 2 key da, 1, 2 key da. So practice saying rhythms like that, practice counting rhythms like that, and I'll see you next time.